everyone, I'm Areej from Education in a Nutshell. Who we are and what we do. Education in a Nutshell is a new initiative to enhance teaching and learning, to improve the education process and move it to the technological era. We provide e-learning sessions for students as well as teachers in an enjoyable yet beneficial way. Today we are going to complete our previous session on how to write incredible introductions and captivating conclusion. If you need to know more details about how to write incredible introduction, you can find the link for this session down. Now we're going to talk about how to write captivating conclusion. And as every time, we start with our objective. This mini lesson will identify what a conclusion is, define conclusion structure, offer strategies for creating effective conclusions, and provide some examples of less effective conclusions to avoid. First, let us start with what is a conclusion paragraph. A conclusion paragraph is a summary or a wrap-up for your paper. It's your last opportunity that you provide for your readers to reach their end. And it's also provide the reader with a sense of closure on the topic. The word conclusion comes from the origin, the Latin origin, which means to end. So definitely and simply the conclusion is the end of your paper. I always encourage my students before they start to reading their conclusion paragraph to revisit or reread the introduction one more time because they need it the most before they start their conclusion paragraph. Let's now talk about the conclusion outline. The outline of the conclusion paragraph is quite simple and easy if you can follow. The first element is topic sentence. In the topic sentence, we simply rephrase or restate our thesis statement. The thesis statement, if you remember, it's the statement that you use to express your claim or your position. You need to keep the same ideas that you mentioned in your thesis statement, but you need to use other words to explain it or to express it. The second element is supporting sentences. Supporting sentences, they do summarize or wrap up the main points of your body paragraphs. In this step or this element, we go to the body paragraphs. We visit each and every topic sentence in the body paragraph and try to summarize it. Our last part or last element is the closing sentence. The closing sentence is simply the final word. We connect back to the hook. You connect back to your introduction. So if your hook is a quotation, you will have your closing sentence as a quotation as well. If your introduction or your hook positions a question, then your final word or closing sentence will answer this question. This will take us to our next part, which is what is the structure of a paragraph, of a conclusion paragraph. A conclusion is the opposite of the introduction. How the conclusion is the opposite of the introduction? In the introduction, we start general and move on to specific. We start with the hook, with a general idea, a general quotation, a general example, a scenario, a story, a surprise. Then we provide the supporting sentence, which are also general ideas about your topic. And we ended up specific with the thesis statement that shows your claim or position. The conclusion paragraph is the total opposite. In the conclusion, we start with the specific, precise statement, which is a restatement for the thesis statement. Then we go to the body paragraph or the supporting sentence, which are general ideas. And finally, we end up with the hook or what we start with, which was a quotation, an information, an example, a story, a warning, and so on. So introduction outline should always be in your mind when you start to write your conclusion outline, when you start to write your conclusion paragraph. It's our time to practice. As they always say, practice makes perfection. This is a thesis statement that is written in one of the essays. The students say students should be required to take both reading and writing class every year because they allow students to express themselves, learn about the word, and make connections to others. So the thesis statement shows the reader's position or claim. He is supporting taking reading and writing classes every year, and he gives the benefits of reading and writing class. As in a reading and writing class, students first can express themselves, they will get to know more about the word, and finally they will have wider connections within the school or maybe without the school. These are the main ideas that we need to retrain, but in the same time we have to restate it. Let's see how did we restate this thesis statement. By requiring both a reading and a writing class, we still kept our position of encouraging schools for putting reading and writing class. Schools give students the chance, now the benefits, express themselves, provide them with a greater opportunity to learn about the word, and create connections to people outside of their school. So we kept the main ideas, or I kept my claim or position by just restated it using other words. Let's go to our next example. This is body paragraph 1, topic sentence, body paragraph 2, topic sentence, and body paragraph 3, topic sentence. In body paragraph 1, studies on the positive effects of creativity. This is the main idea or the topic sentence. In body paragraph 2, connection between reading and memory retention. How reading and writing can improve the memory retention. And finally, literature circle and the connection that it makes between classmates, teacher, other students in the school, and maybe outside. Let's see how can we restate this. This is our restated thesis statement at the beginning, and this is the restated body paragraphs. As you see, as stated previously, studies shows that there are positive effects when students are given the opportunity to be creative in classroom, which is body paragraph 1, that the topic idea was about creative writing. Creative writing is the perfect outlet for this. Now he moves to body paragraph 2. In addition, studies also show there is a direct link between reading information repeatedly and memory retention. The more kids read, the more they learn. Okay? So this is our second body paragraph topic sentence, which was talking about the relation between reading and memory retention. Finally, reading and writing open up lots of doors for students to make connection with their classmates, teachers, and anyone else in their school. And that's the topic idea of the last paragraph, or body paragraph 3, that we're talking about, the effect of literature cycles in creating connections for the students. I'll end up my session today with conclusion paragraph, do's and definitely don'ts. First, do transitions. Your reader will have an idea or will be about to know that you are finishing your paper. They will treat the last paragraph as the conclusion. However, you can use transition words to carry the readers to the end of your writing. But just be careful of not using the transition words and phrases that has been overused by others. such as in summary or to sum up or inclusion. Rather use other transition words like incidentally, finally, or on other words. Do bring a sense of closure. Your reader needs to feel that this is the end of your paper. He needs to feel that you wrapped up all the information and all of your ideas in the summary paragraph. If you fail to provide your reader with a sense of closure, they might feel empty or uninterested. Don't reuse your thesis statement by any means. You have to restate it, rephrase it, reuse your other own words to express your position and your claim. You need to retain the claim and the position, the idea, but using other words. Finally, don't bring in any new information. Remember, the ultimate goal of your conclusion paragraph is to remind your readers with your main points and its significance. So adding a new information in the conclusion paragraph will be the worst mistake that you can do. To wrap up today's session, I'll leave you with this video. Thanks a lot. I'm Areej AbouelKassim from Education in a Nutshell. You can easily, if you have any questions or any concerns, send me an email. Thank you.